Good evening, campers, and welcome back to Surviving Mars. I'm Commander Exorcist, and this is Bristol Colony, Episode 6. And we've got a couple of things to take a look at. We, in our previous episode, we took on some refugees, so we took on some unexpected people to our colony. And we've got a couple of projects that we're working on. We did have a small resource management issue, which we may have solved at the moment. Well, we've got a couple of problems that we're going to need to address eventually. So let's see how we're doing on our research. Okay, moving along. We are only at Sol 25, so we've been averaging about 5 sols per episode. And one of the things, I'll come right out, one of the things I'm regretting at the moment is not building a dome here. I feel like we should have had a third dome, and it's still possible to do. I'm just not really sure what the chances are of us effectively being able to do it at the moment, because either putting a dome there or potentially placing one out here. Now, a medium dome, once it's done, would be a good fit for out here. I've also got the option of building a barrel dome out here along the edge of the track, closer to this metals extraction point. So that is an option as well. We got a couple of things to look at here going forward. Like I said, I'd never used the train system. And so what I have learned is that you cannot add track to it. So we have to build a new station that goes... So let's say we built a dome or an extractor out here in the desert. We'd have to build a new station that stretches from here to there. So it's a little cumbersome of a system, but I mean, it still works. We're going to do our best to work with what we have. We need a large dumping site out here. Oh, did that not work? While blocking objects. Oh, never mind. Oh, they must have to clear out the rock. So we've got a couple of options. Just taking a look here real quick to see. It would be really cool to put our first medium dome up here. That would be really neat to have a medium dome up on the mountainside overlooking the rest of the colony. But then you run the risk of, hey, you know, I live up on the mountain and you're just a peasant that lives down in the valley, and you run into that kind of nonsense. Let's see, do I have any Stirling generators? So I've got one more Stirling generator that can be built. And we are going to build it right here. Right here. Yeah. Stirling generators take... What kind of maintenance do they require? So they require polymers. And we're producing about 2 per sol, which we will work on improving. I have it limited at the moment for specialists only to work in the polymers because everyone was running to the polymers. Like, I want my scientists to do science work and not work in the polymers. Okay. So we've got another rocket, 12 passengers on board. Which should be able to help us with some of our current requirements. Let's see. What else do we have? Terraforming. We've got 2 of these. Do we have... Yeah, and we have the capability to build more of those. So I think it's time to start branching out and building the future of Mars, which is green. Green Mars is the future. Welcome to our brand new colonists. Welcome to Mars, everybody. I hope you enjoy your stay. Please be sure to tip your driver.
New colonists have arrived.
Yes, they have. And this guy kind of looks happy that they're here. How about that? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Mars. So we're gonna skip that. Moving on to, yeah. So we want the ability. We're going to lower this one as well. Oh yeah, this will let us build the medium. And what else do we have that? Yeah. I mean, breakthroughs are cool and all, but we need to start focusing on a few more practical applications for our work here. So I'm trying to think of where to build the terraforming centers. And I'm thinking this spot right here. So there's enough for 1, 2. I'm trying to visualize. So there's 1. And then we could put another one there. And so roughly 4 of them. So this is a 3. Yeah. So our intention is to build 4 of these things. At least initially. And I did. Hold on. I put them a little too far down. So there needs to be a space. So we need 1 space here. And now they'll fit evenly. There's 2. Excellent. And we should only need power connected to one of them. We should have plenty of resources, plenty of stuff to build what we need. And these 2 are prefabs, so the 2 blue ones should go straight up.
Sector scanned.
And then we've got the 2 here, which their requirements aren't that bad either. Let's check our manufacturing. How are we doing? All right, so we're finally manufacturing. So that needs to be... I don't understand why these are low. They should all be high. The dome buildings, at least the ones that sustain life on Mars, should be a high priority, I would think. Our next dome is going to have to house several hydroponics farms and some botanists because our long-term food production is just not there. And there we go. After 25 sols on Mars, we have begun working on a very ambitious project, especially for mankind. It's one thing to go and bring your atmosphere with you and settle on another world, but these things are designed to change the atmosphere of Mars, and so they are going to help us retool the red planet to sustain life outside the domes. And so these are the first step. And what these will do is these will pump gas into the atmosphere that's going to help to warm the temperature. They require fuel to function, which is fine. We're starting to create more of that, and they'll raise the temperature. It's not much. It takes a long time. So once the 4 of them are up and running, we will change the temperature by about 1% of the 100% that we need to get it to for rain and all that stuff per sol. So it's going to take quite a while to get there. And to be honest, if we start to see it lagging and like we're just doing a lot of waiting, we'll probably speed things up. It's nice to go slow here in the beginning and kind of get an idea and a feel for what's going on. But I think there will come a point where we, to get to the next level, we may have to just speed things up and move on. All right. Let's see here. OG hydrosynthesis, huh? Yep, that's what we're working on now, so. Okay. Alright, so we're producing a good amount of fuel. Our machine parts production is off the charts. And let's open up polymers to everyone and see what happens. I hope all my engineers don't jump over here because we need polymers too. We're going to need a lot of these strategic resources to be able to survive. Where's our gatherer? Here. I am looking for metals deposits to send our rover out to start collecting. That should do fine. And we'll have him unload it on those various. And there we go. So Bristol Colony has begun the long-term process of terraforming the atmosphere of Mars, and should be interesting. It's going to take a long time, though. So this is something that's like you just kind of turn it on and leave it. It's almost like a hydroponics plant. You plant it and then leave it alone for a while because nothing's going to happen for a while. And then we are almost ready for our next one to go up. There goes our rover.
Resources are low.
Yes, I know. It's partially because we don't have a way of extracting it at the moment.
Resources are low.
Okay. Seven buildings not working. Guess there's not much time for relaxation and luxury. There's the Pear Store. We turned it into a Verizon store, but it's like a knockoff Apple store. So here in a few minutes we'll have our third and fourth, and I think that's all we're going to build, at least initially, till we work on our strategic resource generation a little better. So it extends to the second one there, and to the second pylon there. Okay, so what about we've got a prefab that we were gifted. I don't know. I'm thinking that might be our best bet for increasing our population and getting a hold of that extraction. All right, let's do it. And like I said, this is a prefab, so it should go up pretty quick. But however, the drones have got to walk over and clear the debris. And we're going to have to look at extending our infrastructure at this point, and that means piping. So let's see here. Yeah, so pipes are going to have to come way out here, which is good because this is actually something that I want to do, because I'd like to start moving. See these water tanks? We've got water tanks here. We've got a Moxie here, water tanks, O2 tanks. Like, this is just cluttered. And what this is kind of a result of just trying to survive. Those first few months, those first few days of just being on Mars and trying to make sure that your people don't suffocate. But now that we've got a little bit of breathing room and we can be a little more selective, I'd like to start... I want this to be all support structures. So this whole pipeline area is going to be nothing but tanks and support systems. And this dome is also going to need power. So we got to run a power cable way down the line here. Dome number 3. Starting to look good, too. And that is definitely going to give us access to this metals extraction, which we desperately need. Yeah. Yeah. If they get the power cable done here pretty quickly, I'll go ahead and build one of the prefab drone hubs. But at the moment, we'll just kind of wait. How are we doing on our rocket over here? Oh, it's still waiting on food to be unloaded.
Resources are low.
Yes, we know. But check it out. We're already seeing some increases here. And so as the temperature increases on the planet, we're going to start to see new things appear. You'll start to see rainstorms, apparently, and some other atmospheric interactions that aren't currently possible because, you know, the atmosphere it's too cold. It is too freaking cold out there for a lot of this stuff to happen naturally, which is why we are stepping in and doing something about it. It will be really easy if we're able to research drone hubs, which I don't know when that's going to become an option, but drone hubs are extremely quick and effective ways to carry colonists and materials. So if we were to put like a medium dome or something up here, that would be so cool. Yeah. Be nice to have a dome right there. So we could put a shuttle hub up here and then one down here, and materials and colonists would be able to be ferried between the two locations. Okay. Yep. Let's order us a supply pod. So we'll get us a supply pod with some metals ordered on them. Still quite a bit to clear out. Even when we have a prefab, it takes a while for our drones to put the dome together. This one we waited forever on. Like, we waited almost an entire episode waiting on this dome to go up. So I think here's what I'm going to do. In about 5 minutes, we will reach the 30-minute mark of today's episode. And we are at Sol 27, episode 6. So that at 5:30, it's about 5.5 episodes we've done on normal speed, and I think we're going to speed it up. So in about 5 minutes, we're going to give it a few more minutes to kind of go the normal speed, and then from now on, we're going to We're going to speed it up one notch so that we can get things rolling a little bit faster, because now we're entering into things that are going to take a very long time, especially when it comes to terraforming Mars. We don't want to sit here for hundreds of episodes to wait on Mars to get warm. So we've got our supply pod on the way. So let's go ahead and put this drone hub out here. I'm gonna put this because I'm gonna put it right here. No. Let's do it there because it reaches this concrete. It's a small concrete deposit, but it's still concrete. Where's our RC collector at? Dude is still sitting there? Make sure I'm not missing any more deposits that could potentially be added. There we go. So collect all those and bring them back. There he goes. Just a couple of minutes and we'll get our supply pod. I do like the design though. I was worried about the distance between these two, but I'm really liking
sector scanned. How
this is turning out as far as the distance, and especially once we get a lot of the support structures starting to go up along here, it'll make a lot more sense as far as kind of the plan I have for it. Okay, I think that's close enough. And so from now on, from this moment forward, wow, those fans are really spinning fast. So we're going to be playing the game on an accelerated speed so that we can kind of get to some of this stuff. Now, if something weird happens and we need to slow it down, we will. But I think at this point, you guys have gotten the idea if you've watched this long. And it's still going to keep going because this game requires a lot of waiting. There's a lot of planning, a lot of micromanagement. Oh, and our supply pod is here. Watch it go fast down on the ground. Kind of slam. Here it is.
Resources are low.
We just brought some. And if the drones will ever finish up...
Complete.
Ah! Low-G hydrosynthesis is done. So what that means... What does it cost to build a polymer plant? Of course it does. What it costs to build a metals extractor. Even better. Okay. So... There we go. So that is going to be something that needs to be worked on as well. Hopefully there'll be new drones. If they'll hurry up and build the new drone hub that's sitting out there. It's a prefab. Put it up. There we go. That'll launch more drones and there'll be more work that can be accomplished out here. All right. The construction zone is almost finished here. So that's looking good. And fuel refineries. How many do we have? We've got one there. So I think 4 at the moment will be effective. And then so what I'll start doing is, it may look like we're kind of doubling up on a lot of our resource production, but I'm going to start tearing some of this stuff down. This plant is coming down once these 4 are up and running. And there's going to be more of that kind of movement probably over the next couple of episodes as we start to kind of solidify our position here. And we are close. Our research is looking good. Actually, how long is that going to take? In 2 sols, that's going to give us our medium domes, which is going to be really cool. I don't think we're going to have the resources available to build the thing. I mean, we might be able to build it. We can't do anything with it. It's just going to sit up there and rot. We need to work on other kinds of production, but so I just need one of these. Yeah. How many of these are we producing? Yeah. Huh. Well, at least we're producing. All right. So our 3rd dome here at Bristol is ready to be raised. Oh, and they already cleared out the space for the metals extractor? That's cool. And there she goes. And this one is going to largely be farms and apartment buildings. So this one's going to be a habitat dome, largely. We need more space because we have 16 slots at the moment available. But we need more colonists. I need more people to run the polymer shop. I'm going to need people to run the metals extractor. Oh, and we are ready to go. I need more people to run the rare metals extractor.
Resources are low.
And it needs maintenance, so somebody needs to get out there and fix it. There we go. And let's change it to match our current colony aesthetic.
Resources are low.
Okay. How are we doing over here? Okay. We're getting a few things delivered. Let's see here. Oh, I wanted to see what the cost of that was. 6 polymers, 25. Yeah, well, we're definitely going to need it, so. So we need 2 apartment complexes in this one. We're going to need. At least 2 hydroponics. Actually, yeah, 2 hydroponics. And let's do some decorations. Oh, a large garden? Nah, we're not going to waste a whole section on that. Garden. maybe that, and then a small garden. There we go. Yeah, it'll look pretty at least. All right, we are moving along, everybody. We've already passed the 2% threshold.
Sector scanned.
Ah, finally some anomalies to scan. So we can send our Explorer rover out. Our colony's looking good over there. And get these pop-ups out of the way. So we've got 3 fully functional domes. And I'm about to call in a supply rocket.
A colonist just snapped.
Well, what is he doing? All right, so let's order some rockets. I don't want tourists. We're not taking tourists. Medics and botanists. So we'll launch that one. And then I need some prefabs. Advanced Stirling generators are important. And yeah, it's a serious hit to our budget, but we really need some of this stuff. I'd like to start setting up some Stirling generators so that we can reduce our reliance on wind power. And the reason for that is there's far more windmills to manage at this point than there would be generators. So we may be able to offset some of that resource consumption. Sanity breakdown. Oh no. We lost 3 drones? Oh wow. It figures this kind of stuff would happen when I sped up the clock. I'm not reducing the clock speed unless something seriously tragic happens. I mean, we lost 3 drones. That's not cool. All right. Our metals extractor is finally going up. Hopefully somebody will come out here and start processing stuff. All right. So we've got a few people that have, or at least one, that has decided to come out here and take on work inside the metals extractor. So, yeah. These are minor setbacks, challenges that come with trying to build a colony on Mars. There we go with the 4th, our GHG factory. All right.
Research complete.
Sweet. We're done. We've got medium domes that we can build now. Excellent. All right. So that's no longer a demand. So we should start hopefully seeing our fuel factories going up. Yeah, they're starting to deliver metals now.
Resources are low.
Yeah. Whoops. Forgot a critical part. And this guy's about to run out of power. All right. We are looking good. We've got 2 rockets that are almost here. Sol 30. Just past Sol 30. All right, so now we are producing metals. Excellent. We took a serious hit to our budget. We had to spend a lot of money to get some of the stuff that we needed, but I think that we're going to be all right. Okay, so we've got a new fuel depot or fuel location, so we can actually get rid of this one. And our drone should come in and... Alright, so we got 1 rocket here and 1 rocket there. And let's clean this up. Salvage. There we go. Cool. Excellent.
Resources are low.
Got 12 new colonists arriving. Got our first apartment complex that has gone up over here. So now we're generating 10 metals. But only only a few polymers. Who's working in here? Engineers? Alright. Okay, yeah, that one's limited. How's our research buildings looking? Alright. I thought we brought a medic. Okay. I've got 5 medics, 4 jobs, but no medics working in the clinic. I don't get that. Should be just a couple of minutes in our next apartment complex will be going up in the dome over there. Did I bring I think I brought evaporators. I should have. Yes, we did. Excellent. And yes, I know that these evaporators are going to be close together, but that's okay. No, stop. That's
Sector scan.
That's not right. I want these right next to each other. Okay. Like I said, starting to consolidate some of our support systems on the side there. And those are all prefabs, so they should just go straight up and start producing. We've also got... yep, Stirling generators. we're going to hook up all 4 of these. And that should give us, I think, about 200. So with the new ones online, I'm going to take 2 of these offline. It'll take a moment for the resource calculations to catch up. There we go. A row of evaporators. Oh, is that one ready to go? Okay, go ahead and take off. So we've got a nice new setup here. Lots of evaporators, lots of fuel tanks. So we've got a basically like a support structure here. And you may have already guessed, but can you guess what's going to go on the other side here? A row of Moxies. That's right. We're going to put our Moxies along the side here.
Meteor shower in.
Oh no. We got a meteor storm incoming. All right. We are close to facing our first potential major disaster. I have a feeling, though, that we are ready for the challenge. We're looking good on our production now. We've got metals. We've got machine parts. Fuel is being produced effectively. Food is still a little under. Ah, there goes our next apartment complex. And we've still got 12 hours to go before our before the meteor shower hits.
Resources are low.
And I'm hoping we get lucky, because just because there's a meteor shower coming doesn't mean that anything's going to get hit. I mean, everything we own might get hit, but there is a small chance that nothing gets struck by a meteor and we do okay. Let's see here. Storage compression is fine. Let's go with those for now. Step out here and take a look. Looking good. Lots of new stuff working.
Resources are low.
Yeah, polymers are hurting us for some reason. It was the go-to factory. Everybody wanted to work in polymers. Can we fix that by anybody else joining them? Well, I just don't want all my engineers to leave the machine parts.
The first colonists are all gamblers.
Okay. Well, there is a casino, so you guys are fine. All right, 3 hours to go. And I may slow it down during the meteor shower. We'll see. Hopefully we do okay. We're almost done with this episode for today, but We are 1 hour in game time away from... What happened here? What happened to this guy? Now, I do know that because we have a sensor tower, I believe that if we're going to have an impact within our colony like boundary, that we'll get an indicator. So we should be able to see if something's going to hit. Oh man, we got 2 days of this, two sols of meteor showers to endure. Whoa. That was close. See that out here? The indicators? As it gets closer to the colony, we'll start to pick up these indicators. Let's hope that we remain lucky. I'm not building anything new at the moment. There's a moratorium on building new items for the colony until we can assure that everything's going to survive and we won't need those resources to repair anything going forward. Hey though, but we can pause because
sector scanned.
Right. Okay. So we are officially out of polymers. I'm just gonna have to order a supply pod of just polymers until we can figure out what works best. So engineers.
Milestone achieved.
Oh, we had a baby. Look at that. First baby born on Mars. Bristol Colony's first child has been born. Told you we were bringing the sexy to Mars. Excellent.
Research complete.
Oh, good. Dome bioscaping. That's the one that it makes everything. Yeah, it increases the comfort level. Okay, let's try and take a look here real quick. Yeah, we'll go with transport optimization. We need to finish that one. Eventually, we will have researched all of those, but I kind of have to prioritize what's going on because.
Anomaly found.
Whoa.
Anomaly found.
The rover went dark for 5 hours. When it rebooted, it confirmed it had come into contact with an unusually high voltage electrical charge.
Oh, wow. So it needs to be repaired. Oh, but I bet it's too far away. Well, that sucks. We'll have to order a prefab or something on the next rocket, which I don't really plan to do anytime soon. We are 19 hours into our storm. Oh, I bet I can order a supply pod that has... RC Explorer. Cool. I hate spending so much money, but we're starting to generate rare metals, though. So we should start to see some returns on our investment for those for generating those items. Okay. And there's our nice polymer delivery.
Resources are low.
Yeah, I know.
Sector scanned.
Okay. Wow, we've already risen the temperature of the planet by 6.5%. It'll be nice. It won't be too much longer. So playing on the normal speed is nice. It's relaxing. But if we want to get to eventually get to some of the in-game stuff, the terraforming and everything, we'll have to speed it up every now and then. But I think this is how we're going to go from now on. We have 13 hours left of the meteor storm. Metals extractor. Okay. We need storage, by the way. Metals depot. And, oh. So we've got a rocket to take off and a supply pod to arrive. And yeah, concrete depot here, and another concrete depot right next to it. And then since we've got our fuel refineries over here, let's give them some fuel depots so they can start storing the fruits of their labor. And then our polymer folks, if they ever decide to produce polymers for our planet, we'll give them a couple of depots as well. There you go. Excellent. The water production is really interesting, though. And even with, well, it is a very low quality water find, so that's kind of an issue we have going on. And there's no, wow, that water is way out there. There's one here and over here. Yeah, so I don't see us being able to capitalize on that one anytime soon. Make sure those are both. So we need botanists on our next personnel rocket. And medics. Engineers. We've got scientists there. Alright, so we may... So we've got our entertainment dome here with some places to live. We've got 2 vacant apartment complexes, which will be nice once they're filled up. And all right, hey, the guy that broke down can work again. And we survived the meteor shower. So that is a perfect place for us to call it a day. That look at the colony. It's looking good. We've got our row of support structures and generators going up on the side there, so that looks awesome. And we have our third dome going up, which is really more of a habitation dome, but we're going to need to put some science in one of those areas. And then I think the rest of it is going to be apartment complexes. And we have the ability now to build medium domes, which should fit perfectly, and it will fit perfectly on the hillside up there, which is one of our goals. It's a long-term goal, so it's not something that we're going to be doing on the next episode or anytime soon that I know of. So yeah, we're looking good here. Bristol Colony, we currently have 59 colonists, and we are researching some more advanced technologies, doing things to make things better for our people on the surface of Mars. Hey, thank you everybody for joining me, and I will see you next time. And to see what happens in our growing colony, we'll be playing it on the accelerated speed so we can get to some more of the terraforming and the interesting stuff that happens in the later game. I'm Commander Astrocyst. Take care, fly safe, and I will see you out there. Good night, everybody.